Joe, chicka bow, 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 chicka bow, bow, chicka bow. Chicka bow, big don't, chicka don't. Don't, chicka bow, the go bow. Chicka bow, the bow, chicka bow, the go bow. All right, welcome to another live streaming session. Here I am Underbelly. I'm going to roast your tracks now. So I've brought Derek to bed, which means that I'm free to roast for the next hour. So without further ado, let's start with Teenage Green Age Ninja with this is Turtle Squid's track, Signifier Mix Master number 9. Here we go.
Under the influence of the moon and sky beneath my feet, I find you, driven from rhyme and reason, gazing far away, far away, far away, to the light that calls your name and mine. Oh, my name to signifier, stricken by fireflies and the lightning star against your face. And we're running still in the coldest night, in the furthest windward forest, filling our lungs with song and hearts with melody, melody, melody. And our tears, they fall and hit the ground, a permanent signifier, making the path for light from the moon and holding it in place.
Hey! Ayo! 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 Yo! That was fucking dope, man. That was Turtle Squid's track, aka Swenson, with Signifier. Holy shit. That was really well done. So, what is it? I guess funky, jazzy, R&B, kind of reminds me of like Lido, really epic sawtooth chords at the end. Really, really interesting progression and arrangement. Awesome harmonies, great chord progressions, beautiful soloing. I could tell you're a very accomplished pianist. And I was definitely not expecting the singing to come more than halfway through. I thought that was a really unconventional trick, but it worked. And it was really, really well done. And fuck, I'm gonna fucking take the time to dissect these chords, man, because these chords are fucking dope. You killed it with the harmonies, man. Yeah, I mean, in terms of the arrangement and the song structure, the vocals were really, really well done. It was super jubilant and big and exciting. Yeah, I loved it, man. Now there are a couple small mixing and housekeeping things that you could do. First off, not a huge fan of the clickiness of the piano there. I think if you just give each chop just like 5 milliseconds of fade in, it'll solve your click problem while still keeping the piano relatively percussive. It just sounds a little, I don't know, whenever I hear something like that, it just sounds a little amateur to me. Beautiful piano chords. Let's see if I can figure out these harmonies, because this should sound fucking dope, man. And if you could help me out, that'd be great. But let's keep going. I think you could do more with the drums, honestly. I think the drums are solid. They're very lo-fi. They have, a decent amount of swing. But it feels like, to me, what you're going for is something big and epic. And I don't know if those drums are really that big and epic to me. I think you could, hi-fi them, basically. So just something brighter and more modern sounding, I think. Personally, that's what I would do, and I understand if you're going for something more lo-fi, that's perfectly fine, but that's just something I noticed. It's especially more of I think, an issue in the second half there, where you have these really big, super saw chords. I think you really need a snare with a lot of brightness and punch there, because it's just not quite competing with the brightness of everything else. Controversial, personal opinion. But to each his own. You are the artist here. Let's keep going. This is beautiful too. Love this breakdown. Where's my fucking lounge lizard at? Really beautiful bells. Everything here is sounding quite good. Love the suspense. Is that you doing the vocal? Really well done. This is great. Your kick is also not punching through quite in the way that it could. Your kick is too quiet here. I think you just need to reference this section against, if you look up Lido, Lido, and just look up Ain't No Sunshine, Lido remix, that's going to tell you everything you need to know in terms of the mixing there. But just definitely look up his shit and reference your mix against his, because in order for it to, I think, stand up there, you want to basically make sure that you're presenting all your musical ideas in the best light. That's what mixing is. It's presentation. So just do that shit, bro. Cool. All right. Thank you so much. I'm going to give you a yes, and I'm also going to give you a birthday emoji because that made my day. All right, let's keep going. Nadingo. Let's take a listen. Cool. Awesome. So that was Nadingo with everything. Everything. Okay, so what is it? Chill house? Uh, chill lounge house, I guess? What's working? I think the sound selection is really working. I think all the sounds you're using are really dope. All the pads sound super lush. The drum sounds are working quite well, very punchy. Um, let's see here. I like the vocal chop. So the sort of atmosphere here that you've created with the sound selection, I think that's all very cohesive and well done. What could be working better? What's not working? First off, I think the mix is really distorted. Just everything's clipping like crazy here. And it sounds, I don't know, a little farty, a little flatulent. That's one problem. But I think the main problem is that the track just doesn't really go anywhere. It feels like, you give us this fun little breakdown, and it feels like you're gonna hit us. You're gonna hit us with some fat, deep house drop that gets all the hands up at fucking Tomorrowland or whatever. But you just very casually drop back into the groove as if we've learned nothing. Right? I think you could really build the tension there, build the suspense, and really hit us with something super impactful with a lot of bass, maybe a soaring trance lead or something like that. Just give us the payoff there, my friend, because otherwise it doesn't feel like your track quite goes anywhere. And if it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't tell a story. And what is music if not for emotional storytelling, brother man? So that's really my main critique. Like I said, you have a lot of potential here because the soundscape you've created is really, really well accomplished. It's just a matter of taking the composition somewhere that I think is important. Anyways, thank you so much. Nadingo, you get a yes, and you get a nice little cat. Just for fun. Okay? All right. This is Nogi Friday with the cat. Take a listen. Promising? Pixel Wax, nail it on the head, guys, as always. And welcome, Artifacts. Oh gosh, Pixel. Love the atmosphere. I feel like I ate a really delicious Tide Pod. Don't just end it like that. Come on, man. Give us a fade out. Anyways, Nogi Friday with, wow. That's exactly how it makes me feel. Wow. What a nice, wholesome cat there you got, Nogi. All right. So, what's working here? The mix sounds pretty damn good. All the sound selection is really good. I love the texturiness on top. Everything sounds very, very lush and big and loud and modern. So all that's really working well. I guess I could get behind the sort of cutesy, happy-go-lucky vibe, especially if I get to pet such a colorful cat like Nogi apparently does. So that's all working. So it feels like a nice little lullaby journey through me taking a bunch of Tide Pods and falling asleep with my cat, maybe not waking up. But as far as what's not working, once again, it's a similar thing with the previous track. It doesn't ever feel like it quite goes anywhere. There's no B section really. The energy doesn't really change that dramatically. So it kind of turns into sort of an ambient piece. And there's something a little, personally for me, cloying about how happy-go-lucky it is. But that's just sort of a personal thing. I think the main issue, bro, is your fucking sidechain. And don't get me wrong, I love sidechain. But geez, it just feels like somebody's like randomly turning down the volume. Like you just got a text or something, like while you're driving, and for some reason phones think it's a good idea to every time you get a text, even though you put your phone on silent, to turn down your music for 5 seconds for no reason, then turn it back up. It just feels like you're getting a bunch of texts from your cat while the track is playing. So if you're going to do the sidechain, at least make it line up with your kick. So focus on that. I mean, outside of that, everything else in the track is serviceable. I think just working on the sidechain and cleaning that up while also creating a little bit more development, maybe replace that kind of thin, snappy snare with the fat, dubsteppy snare. Maybe put an LFO on the whole thing, make it chop up, get some Cohen sound neuro basses in there. Artifacts will help you with that, man. Shout out Artifacts for making some of the sickest sound design tutorials in the game right now. Yeah, anyways, still, thank you so much, Nogi. I'm going to give you a yes, and not maybe Kit Kat, and maybe see if there's another cat. Maybe this cat. Two cats for you, Nogi. Okay, thank you so much. All right, let's keep going. Requirements to Internal Life by Bismuth. Let's take a listen. soundtrack, your monitors fall off the stands. Fucking damn right. Good thing I'm listening to headphones. Okay. Alright, so that was Bismuth by Requirements to Eternal Life. Thank you for submitting. Okay, first question. What is it? Sounds to me like an ambient trance journey through the elevator going down to video game purgatory. I don't quite know exactly. It's very ambient, very trancy, very minimal. Doesn't have a whole lot of movement. Could be like Aphex Twin video game background music or some shit like that. Maybe good background music to put on while you're, texting your cat late at night in the future. Now, as far as what's working here, I love all the sound design, textures, all the kind of Foley and the ambiance that comes in and out of the track. All the sounds that you do choose to include are really interesting. What could be working better is that fucking kick, man. You're trying to bash my brains in with that kick. Felt like Smooth was saying, felt like the FBI was trying to knock down my door. So definitely turn down the kick. Also maybe lower the decay on it. It's just a lot of sub and it's booming and it's very active and it's pretty much constant throughout the entire track. That's the other thing. There isn't a lot of movement in the track. It's basically just the energy level is just basically flat throughout. Which, if you're doing trance, if you're doing ambient, if you're doing soundtrack stuff, that's perfect. That's exactly what you want. But if your music is meant to be the center of a listener's attention without any other external stimulation, well, we need to do more, my friend. Could be some vocal chops. You could take it in the burial route. You could get some ghosted out cat meows in the background. You could have a traditional lead. You could drop that kick out, for God's sake. Lots of things you could do to sort of change the energy level throughout. But as it stands, it's a little flat. Although, once again, the sounds that you do choose to include there work quite well. So I'll give you a yes. And perhaps I'll also give you, Jesus Christ, is that me playing what is that? Is that me playing a trumpet? Maybe you could use a trumpet there. I don't know. Okay. Thank you so much. That was Bismuth. Let's deal with Anti-Sun and the Devil here. Looks like hopefully this is some death step. Crossing my fingers here. That's my evil laugh. Okay. Jesus Christ, that was scary. Alright, so that was Dealing with the Devil by Anti-Sun. Some fucking October Spookfest type situation. Sounds like some retro synthwave meets Halloween meets Michael Jackson's Thriller meets this song. Hold up. Jan Hammer, Miami Vice. I think this is the song that I'm thinking of. Yep. Is it this? No. But this could work too. Just take something like this and make it spooky, and that's what you got there. I think you accomplished that really, really well. I mean, the harmonies were really well done. All the sound design was superb. Drum programming, simple but effective. Very satanic, very spooky, very appropriate for the upcoming holiday. You know, I just want to go hail Satan with some of my Juno 60 cents. You know, that's basically what I'm feeling here. So, yeah, man, excellent job. I think really my only piece of feedback is I don't think you need this. I think you could just end it around 3 minutes. I don't think you need the extra, the outro there, the reprise or what have you. I think you could just keep it short and sweet and simple, straight to the point. You know, but that's just me. I always like everything shorter because I get bored very easily. But damn, that was spooky. Hail Satan, etc. Thank you, Anti-Sun. I'm going to give you a yes. And perhaps, is there a Satan emoji here? Let's find out. No. Satan, devil, evil. Okay, I'm just going to have to go with angry egg. Jeez, there's no Satan emoji? Okay, yeah, this is not going to work. Maybe this one? Nah, alright. Well, fuck it. Let's keep going. Alright, this is Lil Donnie's track, Whip Sang number 4. Let's take a listen. It might be Crockett's theme. Maybe it's Crockett's theme. No, never mind. Oh, I think it's Giorgio Moroder. Anyways, I'll come back to you. Alright, this is Lil Donnie's track with Whip Sang number 4.
It's over now. It's a time that's standing still. It's over now. Let my heart fall to the ground. All the memories that we made, let them crumble into dust. Got solace on my mind, so let's put this on ice. Push me to my best, 'cause life is a test. I get unfucked up, get it off my chest, and forget about
right, so that was Lil Donnie with Whip Sang number 4. Here we go. Okay, what is it? To me, it feels like it's trying to be the new strain of emo rap pioneered by Lil Peep, R.I.P., and kind of made mainstream at the forefront by, I think, Juice World / Post Malone. And I'm gonna be straight up with you. I fucking hate Juice World. I fucking hate the whole emo rap thing. It's just like the worst combination of two things you could possibly imagine. Uh, it's just awful to me. I hate it. So I just don't fuck with the intent. Is basically what I'm trying to say. So I'm probably not the best guy to get feedback from. I mean, I agree with what some of the people in the chat are saying. I think your vocal performance could be cleaned up a little bit. I think it has way too much reverb. It kind of drowns itself out. Also with the autotune, when your pitch is in between two notes and autotune can't pick which note it actually is, it kind of wavers in between, like whoa. So you sort of need to manually adjust the pitches that you're hitting, or just do a better recording. To sort of make that cleaner. I mean, some of the synth choices are, questionable. But overall, I think the beat's not bad. It's just, once again, I'm just not a fan of the whole fucking emo rap thing. It's just like so bad to me. So bad. But Godspeed, man. Hope you become the next Juice World. But that's my 2 cents. Seeing if you can clean up the vocal performance, I think that's the number one thing to work on here. Anyways, I'm going to give you a yes. Yes. And a question mark face because I just don't understand emo rap. Anyways, let's move on. This is Dexter's track with Linus Daniels' Ascendant Feedback. Take a listen. Damn, that was fucking crazy. Good job, Mr. Linus Daniels. Okay, what is it? Seems like modern EDM house, kind of like what you'd find on Spinnin' Records. What's working? Basically everything. What's not working? It's just too short. Yeah, I mean, you just keep doing that. Just extend that. Keep doing what you're doing. Finish out the track, and you got yourself something that you could easily put on Spinnin' Records, or, I mean, I'm trying to think what else. Martin Garrix, type situation. Yeah, everything there was working. It's loud as fuck. That's exactly what you want. It's kind of clipping, seemingly, at times, but fuck it, who cares? Yeah, it's really well done. So I'm gonna give you a yes, and also let's see here, big sausage, because damn, that's a lot of loudness you got there. Shit, yeah, that's all I have to say. Good job, Linus. Good job. All right. Swim 34 with Distorted Desert. Let's take a listen. Okay, so that was Swim 34 with Distorted Desert. Okay, what is it? By the way, you might be noticing I'm always asking the same three questions. When I roast, I've standardized the roasting process. It's really simple. What is it? Basically, what is it trying to be? What's the intent behind the track? What's the feeling? What's the genre? Etc. What's working? What's getting it closer to that intent that I am kind of inferring? So what's getting it closer to its goal? And then what's not working, what's pushing it further away. So what is it? It's pretty fucking clear. It's dubstep. Shit. I mean, yeah, clear as day there. What's working? You got some fat wumpus in the drops there. You got some crazy wump wump, you got the gug gug, and then you got the whoa whoa. So, all the dubstep sound design, I think, is pretty much working. And your drops sound pretty fat. What's not working? I think it's the transition between the verse sections, the build-up sections, and the drops. For example, if we take a listen here. Your kick and snare here are completely lacking power. I think you've cut the low end a lot out of the kick, and you've really, really overcompressed the snare. So everything sounds really bright and tinny, but doesn't have any impact in the low end. And I'm not saying that your, verse or build-up sections need to be as bassy as the drop. They certainly shouldn't be. But right now it feels like they're just completely kind of neutered in the low end. So I would definitely encourage you to bring in a little bit more low end in your kick there. And let's hear the transition. Okay, so that transition works. And once again, we got the fat wumpus. That's all good. Let's hear it again. Yeah, I mean, you swore. I mean, is that really okay? You might offend some people. I don't know. Maybe that transition could have been a little cleaner. Maybe you could have a longer bit of silence or drop out. From the second drop. I'm trying to offer you constructive feedback here because once again, this is one of those things where I don't really fuck with the intent, and I'm trying not to let that get in the way. I'm not even exactly sure if the first and second drop are different. They might even be, from what I can tell, carbon copies of one another. Maybe there's something you could do in the second drop that makes it feel more distinct. Maybe you could bring in a completely new wub wub sound, maybe a screech screech. Could be a possibility there. But it works. So yeah, I mean, as far as what it's trying to be and how it's getting there, I think for the most part that's working. I think it's just the mixing in the verse sections needs a little work. Other than that, good job. So I'm going to give you a yes, and I'm going to give you a nice big sausage, fat nerd, because yes, that was quite the sausage there. Okay, we have time for one more. Jesus fucking Christ, that is a scary picture. Let's take a listen. Okay. Smash or pass, the guy in the drawing? I don't know. I mean, he's got pretty eyelashes, but anyways, thank you so much. That was Big Pony 777 with the Swallow Bite. I'm not quite sure what a Swallow Bite is, but as far as the track goes, I mean, what is it? I'm not quite sure what it is either. Feels like it's sort of in between lo-fi, indie, rock, maybe even like a singer-songwriter type thing. Not quite sure what the track is wanting to be, and it doesn't feel like the track quite knows either. What's working here? I like the guitar. I think the guitar and the kind of guitar riffs that you do work well. Even though the second half feels like a completely different idea from the first, I just like the sound of it. Um, um, the drums are okay, I guess. The kick does feel a little overblown. What's not working? Well, I feel like the track could benefit from actual vocals. I mean, you tease us with this super low kind of vocal chop, and I think what could really carry the track forward is, if this sweet man actually told us what a swallow bite is and told us, what his experience in high school was like. Because that's really the story that I'm wanting to hear with this track. And it feels like he's a little shy. He doesn't want to fully tell us what the swallow bite is. And it's a little disappointing, to be honest. I wanted to hear more of a story, which could take the form of lyrics. It also felt like the track, just generally speaking, was a little disjointed, not quite sure what it's trying to be, a little unfocused. And I think what could really bring that together is hearing some more of what this beautiful, beautiful man has to speak about. But outside of that, once again, I'm going to give you a sweet yes. And, once again, a little bit of a confusion because I'm not quite sure what you're going for there. But awesome. Cool. So that's about it for the hour. Thank you guys so much. Really had a good time roasting you today. And everybody in the comments, I appreciate you for showing up and being an active part of the community. It really warms my heart that we've managed to build this thing together. So thank you all so much. Patrons, I'll see you tomorrow. New video coming out on Tuesday. So get stoked. Have a good one, guys. Peace.